Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to round number 6 of the North American Grand Prix Open Wheel Championship Series, coming to you live tonight from Brands Hatch in, where is it? England. And I am joined, as always, on Monday nights by my broadcast partner here tonight, Brad Maris. Brad, welcome.
Well, hi there, Al. Good track tonight. A very tough track. A dangerous track tonight, Al. Going to be on the edge of my seat for this one. I think some of the drivers on track are going to be as well, or over the Armco.
Yeah, very dangerous circuit here. It is very fast. Only 9 corners here. Quick look at the track map here tonight. Very difficult. Turn 1, sector 2 is very challenging there between turns 5, 6, and 7. Very fast, and turn 9 very important to get a good lap going here. But we're going to jump on board real quick with Kevin Lemansky, who was showing some very quick lap times here in practice. Ran quickest 1:13.5 in the practice leading up to tonight's race. He just made his way through turn 1, now into turn 2.
Yes, and who was that again, did you say?
Lemansky. Oh, taking it way wide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm flying a little blind here tonight, having some laptop issues, Al. So, yeah, so Kevin Lemansky was, and also got in a little late, it has to be said, too. So, he was showing a good pace, huh? How's Philippe Samard looking this week, Al? I didn't check.
Samard is looking pretty good as well with all that weight, but Lemansky making his way through Westfield Bend here on the approach up to turn, I believe this is turn 7G. Gonna use a lot of that inside curbing. Hit the turn 8 here. Very easy to run the car wide. We'll probably see that at the start of tonight's race. Into clearways here, the final corner. Yeah, very important to get a nice clean exit there to put a good lap time down here at Brands Hatch, and right away Lemansky qualifying, currently sitting in third with what was that, a 1:14.5, so a little off of his best pace. Got a couple guys with no call penalties here tonight. Fox, Speedster, and I believe that might be it. Joe LaCour looking quick. Currently up to position pole. Matt Taylor, meanwhile, had a really good first sector, carrying again a bunch of weight here for tonight. That's what happens when you're successful around here. Matt Taylor, kind of a poor second sector though, just 2/10 off, or 2.5 off of LaCour's best lap. Now DeGraw jumps out to provisional pole with a 1:14 flat. Has had 3 second place finishes this season. Last week finishing second at Spa behind Aaron Parsons. Just has not been able to nail that first win here at NAGP. It's going to happen one of these days. Could happen here tonight. He's looking pretty racy as well.
Yeah, as you say, very, very close. A couple times this season, a couple times last season. And nobody really wants it, I think, more than Mark himself. So hopefully he won't begin to put too much pressure on himself. Kind of just stay with himself, keep his head down, stay with it.
Now Taylor, meanwhile, looking good through the first 2 sectors, so shaping up to be a pretty decent lap, up a 10th in both. Makes his way through the final sector here, and takes it to provisional pole with a 1:13.9. Good start to the session for Taylor. It's teammates Taylor and DeGraw, your top 2. Joe LaCour, meanwhile, just behind Taylor's provisional pole pace in the first 2 sectors, making his way onto the front straight. A very overcast, cloudy, foggy day here at Brands Hatch. Looks like it's going to rain, but forecasters tell us it will not. The rain's just going to to hold off here as Lemansky is slightly behind in the first 2 sectors. Something tells me he's going to nail a lap here at some point in this session. And he almost nailed it there,
right here,
13 hundredths of a second off of Taylor's time. So very close between Taylor and Lemansky, splitting the two Captain Clutch Racing drivers.
Sure, we saw Kevin Lemansky make a big mistake there, our first bobble when we were on board with him, right? So we knew he had a bit more in the tank, so to speak.
Riding on board now with John Houston, just going through the first sector split, 10th off. Down the back straight here, sector 2. Nice. There, down to gear, using a lot of that inside curving. Takes it a little wide there. Probably wanted to use a little more than he would have liked to that time by. Some of the guys are saying that taking too much of that curving can really upset the car. I guess as Houston takes it just a bit too wide there on the exit of the final corner. Good example of what we were talking about. Rally has made an appearance here at his home track. Guys, all the drivers on the softs. Let's see, it's Samard now. Oh wow, look at that split between the top 3. 11 hundredths of a second and 13 hundredths of a second separating the top 3. And 52 hundredths of a second.
Yeah.
74, Jesus.
Yeah, that's the nature of the track, Al. I mean, the lap is so short. Yeah, the lap is so short. I mean, the times are going to be so compressed, right? So, yeah, I expect we're going to see more of that. I expect most of the field to be within a second here.
Pretty amazing. Joe LaCour getting a little help from his teammate there in the back straight, getting a tow. Oh, you got Chuck coming on board, left side. Oh, big counter steer for Joe LaCour. Yeah, 10th off. Not sure. It's probably going to hurt him here a little bit. Oh. A little of the grass here on the outside of the track, entering turn 9. And Joe LaCour, wow. Whoa. As his teammate was starting a lap, they get into one another. Interesting. So 4 thousandths of a second. Taylor still hanging on to that provisional pole. Let's see if Chris Moses on a flying lap here. He may be a bit of an unlucky recipient of too much on throttle there, exiting turn 2. But Moses a little bit of an unlucky recipient there last week at Spa. Part of John Wathen's blazing start there through the field to start the race at Spa. Had some contact with Wathen in turn 1. Wheels literally came off of there. DeGraw puts it on provisional pole. Look at that! 1,000th of a second quicker than his teammate. Joe LaCour 5,000th of a second off provisional pole.
That is ridiculously close.
14 hundredths of a second separating the top 5 drivers right now in this qualifying session. That is pretty remarkable. And Lemansky now on a flyer. Let's see what he can do here. Uh-oh. That's not going to get it done as he runs it wide there. So he was looking good. So up the top 5, Lemansky is without weight. DeGraw's got 25 kilograms. Taylor with 35, 24 with 10, and Samard with 40. The rest of the field, I believe, running without weight. Greg Myers, meanwhile, up to 7th in this qualifying session. Oh, I take that back. Aaron Parsons back in 13th currently. Last week's winner at Spa, he is carrying 30 kilograms of balance, so this is not been able to put a good lap down yet. But that's not a bad one as he jumps up to 8th at 1:15.1. Mansky, meanwhile, is green. Whoa, taking a lot of that inside curving there at turn 7. To the final corner goes Lemansky. Lost a little bit of time in sector 2. This is looking to be a good lap for Kevin. There it is, 13.8. So just over a 10th quicker than DeGrasse. So we talked about Lemansky being quick there in the practice. And there you have it. He put the car up onto provisional pole.
Yeah, one of the few guys there toward the top, not carrying too much weight ballast. Huh? Also, I could be helping them out in that regard. DeGrasse and Taylor both carrying weight, but you know what? Kind of equal on weight this week, which can be helpful, right? If your teammates, you're working on a setup, it's going to be pretty close in the weight game, so it makes sense that they're together. But Joel Gordon smart in the French connection right there as well. Moses languishing back a bit, I would say, there in 6th place. About a second back, Al.
Yeah, kind of the best of the rest at the moment. Parsons does not improve. Actually, I believe he did. Yeah, he does. He jumps up to 7th. So, Myers with a very nice lap time up to 8. John Houston back in 9th. Joel Ekman, while he is on an outlap currently in 10th. Kevin Miller in 11th. A great race for Miller last week at Spa. His teammate got taken out pretty badly down the Kemmel Straight. As Miller comes up on some traffic there, and looks like he checked up to try to avoid it, and loses the car. But DeGrasse quickest now in sector 2. As he comes to the line, can he take Coppola away from? Oh no.
No.
He lost a bunch of time. Samard, meanwhile, quick in sector 2, takes it a bit wide. His teammates off track. Let's see what Samard can do here as he comes to the line. And he improves to 2nd. 52 hundredths off of Lemansky's qualifying time.
Yeah, you're not going to scoff at that.
No,
yeah,
not at all.
40 kilograms on board, huh?
Let's see what Moses can do here as looks like he gets it wrong there in turn 2. Again, struggling through that corner. And he's going to give it another go here, pull it off. Further back, Sam Rolfe running in 12th. John Wathen back in 13th. Had a good qualifying last week at Spa. A little off the pace here at Brands Hatch. They caught everybody off guard a little bit last week at Spa. Most of the field running on the hards. Him and I believe it was just David Zahn started on the softs, and they driving like couple of men possessed. Wathen got bit there late. It's from the lead. Maybe from the lead came out a lap or so later. He stuffed it into the wall.
Now, did you happen to note Houston jumping up there past Moses in the 6th spot?
Did not see that. Houston now, yep, up to 6th. He takes off the provisional pole. Carter back and forth. See DeGrasse has gone green in sector 1. Dan Ballwagon 15th. Story back there in 16th. Then Rally, Giordia, the Argentinians, Gomez, 19th. Mascarelli and Fox in the pits. DeGrasse continues to be quick through sector 2. Oh! And he pulls it into the pits. He must have made a mistake somewhere. Oh, Jolie Coors parked it. That's interesting. here if he can improve on his time. About to start a flying lap, making his way on the front straight into turn 1. Very difficult corner. It's off camber, undulating, bumpy, and just basically hanging on for dear life most of the time you go through that corner at speed.
Indeed.
Coming up on some traffic is Lemansky. See how he is through the first sector. He is behind his personal best. Rowell moves out of the way. Westfield Bend. Good second sector, but may not be able to improve here. Could get a little help here from Kevin Miller, but not sure if he's going to be able to make up 2/10. So he gets a great exit here.
Did a good job making up 1/10 on the second sector, so it is possible.
See what he's got. Ooh, he did make up some time, but not going to improve. See, Taylor off a 10th in sector 1. Runs it a bit wide. Tenth off in sector 2. Exit out of turn 9. Let's see what he can do. Pick up some time. He does not. In fact, he lost a truckload of time.
Yeah.
See John Houston about to start a flyer here. He's teammate. Oh, he just got pushed back a spot there by Chris Moses. Now jumping up to 7th. Parsons has picked up a spot as well. And Houston. Getting the rear of the car. Much of a slide there going into turn 1. His teammate, however, looking to pick up some spots as he starts a lap with Moses. Just came out of the pits. Oh! Here the car just turns around. Carson Jolicoeur with a great second sector. Jolicoeur makes his way up to the final corner. A little bit of oversteer. Be too bad. It might actually help him, and it does. As he improves, and he does the same thing he did last time and bang the wall. So Jolicoeur to 3rd, 8100s off provisional pole. What a great qualifying session here. We got exactly 5 minutes to go. And DeGraw 10th off in the first 2 sectors. Made a little bit of a mistake there. Try again, perhaps. Could be wrong. Yeah, not wrong. Often improves his time. Remains at 13th. That was Houston who was well off track there. See what does here. He spins it. A decent first sector. Let's see, Taylor's on a flying lap. gets out of the way. Parsons even through sector 2.
Yeah, has found some speed late in this session, so would like to add to his time here, make it a little bit better.
And it looks like he did improve, but he's going to stay 6th.
Yeah, giving up all that time there did Aaron Parsons in the final sector, so got quite a bit of time to be gained there.
Oh, Samard was up in the 2nd sector, but just got 2 wheels off. Preparing to enter turn 8 and correct. So now Moses with a decent first sector. Second sector goes for Moses. Not a bad second sector. Almost did what, did exactly what Samar did a moment ago. And you see the result.
Yeah, gonna have the opportunity for one more lap, and that's gonna be about it.
Whew, Taylor, a little too much curbing there. I think that's what the guys were talking about. They said if you take a little too much of that curbing, the car goes for a ride. Joe LaCour is up in sector number 2. And he steal pole away from Lemansky. Lemansky's on an out lap. He'll have another shot. And Joe LaCour does improve. So he goes to provisional pole with a 1:13.8, 45 hundredths of a second quicker than Lemansky, who has just started a flying lap.
Wow, so pressure on. Kevin probably knew that, he wasn't completely safe, so knew that he'd probably have to improve, but now he has to improve.
He's behind in sector 1. Meanwhile, Taylor is up just ahead of him on track in sector 1. Taylor loses some time in the 2nd sector. Lemansky, what can he do? Samard Green in sector 1. Lemansky even through sector 2. Uh-oh. Bit of a wobble coming out of the final corner. He'll have enough time to get another lap in. Hey, did he improve? He does not. Whoa. Yeah, so that little mistake there cost him a chance at pole. So he'll be good enough for at least 2nd. Joe LaCour has parked it. Lemansky, yep, everybody has parked it. Is up in the 1st sector. Moses behind in sector 1. Still on track to at least clip potentially Houston, who has jumped up to 6th. Maybe not. He had a pretty slow 2nd sector. Taylor, meanwhile, had a decent 2nd sector. Now coming down the front straight. What's he got? Good enough to clip. Yep. Oh, Taylor loses it somehow. But Moses jumps up to 6th, bumping Houston and Parsons down a spot. And I think that's going to do it. I think everybody's done here. Yeah, everybody's out just on there. This Parsons still got a flyer going. He might. Does he's way off in the 1st sector, so that's going to be it. It's going to be Joe LaCour, your pole setter here at Brands Hatch. Pretty amazing qualifying session. Just tenth and a half separating the top 5. You see the spread there between first and third, under a tenth. Pretty remarkable.
It was a good qualifying session. Yeah, in the end, we only got to about through the top 10 there, in the within a second, but pretty close overall, right? So, pretty good. And hey, this is going to be one wild track for these guys. These guys are going to be pushing. You have to really push the envelope around here to get your maximum speed, and everybody's going to be doing that, right? A lot of danger, man. A little bit on this grass can send you a long way off and into the Armco, right? And out of the race. So these guys are going to have to manage some. If they're going to be aggressive, they're really going to have to try to manage that aggression.
Well, it's Joe LaCour. What's that? I believe that's his. Where is he? I believe that's his second. Oh no, that's his first pole of the season. And that's Lemansky's best start of the season. This breaks a string of 4 straight poles by Philippe Samard, going back to the second race of the season. So somebody had to do it, and it looks like it was his teammate that got the job done. So nice lap from Ian Jolicoeur. So while we got some time here, just a quick rundown of the championship standings here. Matt Taylor leading with 94 points. DeGraw in second with 84. Jolicoeur's in third with 75. Lemansky in fourth with 72. And Samard in fifth with 70. So 24 points separating the top 5. Not too big of a spread there. In the team championship, Captain Clutch, that's Taylor and DeGraw, they lead with 178. French Connection, Jolicoeur and Samard, they're in second with 145. T-Brock Dan Bam with 110. That's Houston and Parsons. Squeaky Wheels Feemster with the no call tonight, and Lemansky, they're in fourth with 105. And Global Sites Taxi Service still in the top 5. Ekman and Greg Myers with 94 points. And looking at the top 10 here, Ekman and Myers 11th and 12th, so not bad for those two. So looking like most of the guys looking to start on the softs, Brad.
If guys are starting on the softs, look, I think the word is out. The tire wear is not that great. If guys are starting on the softs, I think we're going to see a lot of 2-stop strategies playing out here tonight. This is one of the instances where it looks like that it could be the faster way to go. Now I just had to touch back really quick on the team classification, right? Captain Clutch Racing, boy, as those points tighten. The French Connection just has taken back gobs of points over the last couple of races, right? What if those guys are going to start looking over their shoulders? DeGraw and Taylor now qualifying 4th and 5th. That's pretty great. Until you look at those rivals, French Connection team right behind them, qualifying 1st and 3rd, right? I wonder if they're starting to sweat a little bit here tonight, Al.
Yeah, I think the heat is on. I think they know it's not going to be a runaway. So, they're gonna have to earn this championship this season. If they're gonna win it, they're gonna have to earn it. So, it's not going to be a cakewalk. The main thing for them and anybody else really in the team mix is consistency and finishes and staying out of trouble. Just trying to score points, as many as you can, week after week. So, we got a minute and change here before we go green. Might as well run down the starting order here for tonight's race. Track conditions, 20-degree air temp, and the track temp matches that. So that's what it's going to be. So Ian Jolicoeur, your pole sitter, starting from first, followed by Kevin Lemansky in second. Philippe Samard going to start third. Mark DeGraw in fourth, and Matt Taylor's going to start in fifth.
Now Moses 6th, Houston 7th, Parsons 8th, Rolf, nice time for 9th, and Miller 10th.
Ekman's going to start 11th, followed by Greg Myers in 12th. John Watton is going to start in 13th. Story 14th. Chuck Carter's going to start in 15th.
Yeah, Ballweg starts 16th, Shorta 17th, Rally 18th, Gomez 19th, Mascarelli 20th.
Okay, Fox is going to start in 21st. 22nd is going to be Feemster, and Davidstown's going to start in 23rd. We're about to go green here. All important turn 1, very tricky. These guys are going to have to be very careful making their way through that corner. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Pretty full field out.
And we are green from Brands Hatch. Relatively nice start. Even start for most of the drivers behind Joe LaCour. Watch the field make their way into turn 1. What a great start. Looks like for Colton Fox. So far, Brad.
I can't believe how much room these guys are giving each other in the back. This is like, wow. Won't last, but it's really nice to see at the moment.
Moses having a look on, had a brief look, I believe that was Houston. Lemansky now letting Joe LaCour run away with this, hanging onto the back of him. Joe LaCour, your leader after the first lap. Oh, big slide, Lemansky nearly followed suit. I think he got kind of caught off guard by Joe LaCour's small mistake. But the field is pretty much static here. Joe LaCour, Lemansky, Savard, Taylor, and DeGraw, your top 5.
Boy, very kind of conservative start by the entire field. I don't know if I've seen a first lap as clean as that ever, Al. Absolutely amazing. And we're off and running here. So in order, in line, as you say. Wow, great.
Running on board here with Mark DeGraw following his teammate. As right now it's advantage French connection. Oh, Taylor takes it wide. That was self-induced. And he's going to drop several positions here. Rolf's going to get past. Parsons gets by. Ekman now smelling blood and looking to make his way past. So Taylor,
what a start
from 4th to 9th. Great start for Rolf, up to 7th.
Yeah, and Parsons got shuffled back a little bit somehow. I didn't happen to catch that out. Did you?
I did not. No.
No. Well, in any event, Rolf got the drop on Parsons because Parsons had qualified ahead of Sam Walsh. Yeah, interesting. Softs. You're absolutely right. So many softs throughout the field, Al. Kevin Miller, I think, is the highest running car in 11th on the hards at the moment.
Oh, so who's call for Miller?
Big off strategy, perhaps a strategy call by those guys. Could pay big dividends, Al. But I suspect that anybody on the hards right now is just going to be wishing that they weren't.
Oh, Rolf takes it wide. Oh, he's going to rejoin. He's going to maintain that position in front of Parsons. Oh!
Yeah,
Rolf
Myers and Miller.
and Taylor have a coming together. Rolf is slow, and it looks like he may have some damage. Taylor got into the back of Rolf. I think Rolf was off pace, and Taylor had nowhere to go, I don't believe.
Well, that's interesting. How did they make contact? Taylor must have made a mistake and got behind Rolf because just a half lap before that, he was running with his teammate DeGraw in 5th.
So Taylor, who's been running very clean these first 5 races. This is the first time he's had some kind of something to deal with here. Now he's got some aero damage, and let's see how a championship leader, how he deals with that adversity.
Boy, gut check time for those guys. You're absolutely right, Al. Now, if you're going to have some adversity, you want it to be as early as possible in a race, and maybe at a track like this where there's a bit higher probability of some of your competition running into trouble themselves, right? So we'll see.
Ooh, moment for Houston, had to check up and lost some time there to DeGraw. Lemansky has taken it wide, so he's going to drop down a position, maybe two. Moses can take advantage, he cannot. So it is now Jolicoeur and Simard, your top two. Let's see if Moses has a look on Lemansky here going into one. He doesn't.
Now we're starting to see a few guys kind of test the limits of tire adhesion early, right? And the price really, and that's exactly what I was talking about. This track is going to catch some of these guys out because to get your best speed around here, you do really have to push the envelope, man. If you don't, you know the guy behind you will be, and he's looking to take your spot. So these guys are pushing each other right now.
Right, really putting the heat on. Simard having a look on the outside of Hawthorne's bend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're not pushing the guy behind, he will be taking the risks. Oh, Sam Rolfe out early, but that's what this track does. The Armcos are so close. There's so little runoff here. Yeah, but the speed is so great. You have to really push the curbing, push the edges of the track, and carry a lot of speed. So it's dangerous out there.
Yeah, these guys at some point are going to have to start worrying about lap traffic. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out as well. Jolicoeur, meanwhile, up to a 2-second lead over his teammate Simard. And Simard now coming under some pressure from the guys, DeGraw. No, looks like it's Simard. Under pressure here from DeGraw. Houston now closing up, and Lemansky.
Yeah, Houston right now looking really strong. Has settled into 4th place, and it looks like he's just kind of developing a great rhythm behind that fight going on in front of him right now. And yeah, this is really allowing Jolicoeur a little bit of a room to escape here. I believe that Jolicoeur has 10 kilograms, whereas Simard has 40. So nice protection for Jolicoeur there at the front right now.
Yeah. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Simard may be holding this train of cars up now.
Yeah.
Houston with another bobble. And Lemansky really uptight with Houston. Really had a chance for an overtake.
Yeah, and it's the short type of track where a bobble or some close racing really is going to allow the guys behind to rapidly close up. And we're seeing that. Moses and Parsons now not too far behind that battle. Houston close to running it off into the dirt.
Oh. Yeah, Houston looks like it run a little ragged here.
Yeah, well, I just mentioned like one lap ago, he seemed to be settled in, running right behind that battle and looking pretty comfortable. Maybe right now, not so much. But that'll happen when you have a guy filling your mirrors, kind of diving one way or the other, this way and that. It's flat and rattling guy.
Well, further back, we got a train of cars. This is with 13. Story, meanwhile, up to 11th. What a start he had. I got a Ballweg up to 12th. Miller, Carter. Huge train of cars. Rally in the mix here. Oh boy. Rally gets around. He jumps up to 16th. Feeling some heat here from John Watson. Something tells me this is going to end in tears for one of these guys here.
Wait, what's Watson doing way the hell back there?
Giordi are running in 14th, currently in the points. Behind Watson is Jake. Let's see Watson having a look on the inside of Rally, gets a pass made. Iggy feeling the heat. Oh, a little bit of a lurch from Iggy. Can he hang on to the spot? He does. Oh, gets it wrong. Chuck's gets it turned around. Did he save it? I think he might have. Yeah, he didn't
No.
save. Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry. Now, Watson having a look, trying to get around the long way on Iggy. Oh, Rally! The home track. Gets it wrong. Lemansky, meanwhile, just set fast lap of the race. As these guys still continue to run. Close together here between second and fifth. Moses has dropped back a little bit in sixth. Parsons behind him.
Yeah, Moses and Parsons actually were catching up to fifth place with Mansky just a little bit, but then Parsons had a run on Moses. They started to fight a little bit and instantly dropped
Right,
back.
having a look on the inside of Samard.
That's a tough place to make it work, Al. Boy, Samard, yeah, maybe wouldn't mind letting third place through and get a little bit of heat off, but if he does, he's just going to have another guy right on his tail instantly, right? So you might as well just stick out there as long as you possibly can, try to hold him up.
Haley gets into the back of Houston.
Yeah, again, you wonder how many, more laps those two can survive, but Rally gone.
Yeah.
But if these guys are setting up for two-stop, they're going to get a break here before too long because they're going to be in, before lap 20 anyway, right? So 17, 16, 19, somewhere in there.
Houston had a look on Lemansky in turn two, but nothing there. Let's see what DeGraw does here. DeGraw, if he gets another run on Samard here, he may, I don't know, at some point, if you throw it in there and see if it sticks. Really got a great toe off him last time. Having another look, but yeah, not in position to make an attempt there. It's a dangerous pass to make.
Yeah, because of the relatively
Omar off.
leads. Because of the relative high speed nature of the turns. Houston
Gets it wrong, and Lemansky somehow avoided contact with Houston. So Lemansky's no doubt thankful for that little bobble there from Houston. Makes the pass the easy way.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. I mean, Mansky, of course, gets the benefit of getting by and doesn't make the contact with John Houston. Think about that, but John Houston also did manage to save it, so gives up only that one position. Could be much worse there right now if you're John Houston.
A little further back, watching this battle between Taylor and Ekman. Ekman holding on to the 8th position right now. Taylor, after his incident with Rolf, is kind of mired back there. Not able to get around at the moment. Ekman.
This is the type of track, Alex. Just makes
Ekman defending the inside. And wow.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor gets past.
And Joel was just very, very cautious there. I was just going to say, it's the type of track that makes you want to pull the tie rod out of the front end of the car and stick it through your skull if you have slightly better speed than the guy in front. But, I guess that point is proven invalid there with that pass we just saw by Matt Taylor. Usually that's the way it works out.
All right, now that Lemansky's through, let's see if he can close up on Samard and DeGraw as DeGraw runs the best lap of the race so far with the 15.3. Joe LaCour, meanwhile, 15.9. And
Samard's closing back.
Samart's not going to close up here. But currently, it doesn't look like Yeah, so DeGraw and Lemancey both have pace on the French Connection, guys. Well, it might come down to fuel load. Who knows how much fuel these guys are carrying? DeGraw might be light on fuel. I know the softs I heard go to lap 20.
I'm just going to say it right now, and I don't think I'm giving anything away. I just think all these guys are on 2 stops. And if you're on 2 stops, you want the benefit of the softs and the low fuel load, right? Because that makes a big difference in terms of lap days. I mean, so you don't hardly... So I suspect these guys are going to be really close on strategy this time around now. I don't think anybody's going to do anything funny. They'll come in, I think, relatively around the same lap, the same amount of fuel and tires. And that's going to be coming up pretty quick, like I said.
Hansky with a 15 flat. So he is starting to turn the screws. Yeah, Joe Leclerc had a gap of nearly 3 seconds. That gap has fallen now down to 1.3, 1.4.
You know, it's not Joe Leclerc doing anything particularly bad or anything. Smart is just kind of running the best times at the moment and dragging DeGraw and Lemansky up along with him.
This guy's coming up on some lap traffic here already.
Parsons did slip past Moses at some point now, sorry.
Yep, pick that up as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, good, sorry.
Ballweg running the 12th. Nice start to this race for him. On lap 13 of a schedule of 52 laps.
That's the story of story, really, right now, the race so far right now, his story. Running just outside the top 10.
Yeah, it should be mentioned, it's worth noting, Story has already covered, what race is it, race 6. He's covered more laps in this race than he's done all season, so.
Amazing.
Good job for Story. Starting to stretch out his lead again here a little bit, but it's a perfect situation for their French Connection to be in at the moment. It's those two running 1 and 2, and it's given the nature of this track, it's just so hard to get around somebody here. You just got to count on a mistake, or turn 1 you can do it, turn 2 even, but here it's second.
Yeah, I mean, your best opportunity is going into the final corner, really. I mean, you're most reliable. But even like 2 is the tight, heavy braking zone, but you have to navigate through turn 1. Which, ooh, Parsons in now.
So Parsons in early on lap 15. Interesting.
Yeah, not that early, really, especially if you're looking to jump somebody, right? Not so early, because you're only giving up on percentage basis really just a couple laps, right? If you split it into thirds, so.
Parsons stop here is going to be 13.8. That in the memory bank.
You got it. Yeah, gonna see if he can run out, and who knows, maybe even find himself a slice of nice track to put down some nice laps. And Myers in. Yeah, that battle for 4th is, boy, 4 seconds now only to Houston in 5th, so top 5 still incredibly close out.
Oh, Lemancey looking on the inside of turn 8. Nothing there. But yeah, a little non-traditional stop. I mean, you'd imagine 17, 18, these guys would come in, but
yeah, like I said, it's only a couple laps early though. So Parsons, who knows? Maybe he had kind of rubbed fenders of somebody out there, something had a little damage to fix, what have you, or going for the undercut, trying to gain an advantage on some guys in front. Don't know.
Houston is coming from 4th. Taylor now and Ekman move up. thoughts? Parsons is going to beat his teammate. 13.6, quicker stop than his teammate. Parsons just getting onto the front straight now, and his teammate Houston's going to beat him up.
Yeah, Houston did, of course, have the lead before those pit stops cycled, but Parsons for what? He did qualify ninth, right? Gave up a position or two to the Rolf. So he's had to make up a few spots here early.
Right on board with Lemansky. Lemansky holding a fast lap in the race so far, 115 flat. Let's see, oh, somebody's coming in. That is Chuck Carter. So, I come down a pit stop strategy here, Brad. This gap between the top five is very close.
Yeah,
It's
our
anyone's race to win at the moment.
Yeah, our early stoppers were there at lap 15. Like I say, I would expect most of the guys to be in by no later than lap 20. And the majority of these guys to run two stops. I mean, look, what we've been hearing is that the softs really barely make it 1/3 of the race, and we know that things get super dicey when the softs like go, they really go, and you may or may not be able to keep it on track. One of those situations, right? So I don't think the guys are going to take too many risks with this type of track. It's just a little too dangerous. You have to push a little too often. So I suspect some pretty vanilla pit stop options.
So Miller's still out there on the hards. Best lap of 117 flat. Oh, little mistake there for Ballweg. Lawton slips through as well, so Ballweg drops 2 spots. Miller, meanwhile, this is the wild card here. We're going to see how far he can stretch it out before he comes into the pits.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Now, 44 seconds back at this point that's pretty far back. He's going to have to really start putting in some lap times, and he's about 2 seconds off the pace right now, so it's not looking great, but who knows?
13.6 for Houston. 13.1 for Ekman. Quick stop for him, and he's away.
Not down to 12 seconds yet, but low 13s now. Ballweg in.
Joe Fortas here, our leader. After 18 laps, he elects to come in or not. Holsitter. And he's coming in. Samard coming in. DeGraw coming. They're all coming in. Lemansky in. Moses is going to come in as well.
Oh, almost clipped the wall, did Moses. That is a very tricky pit entrance, Al.
Ooh, this is going to be a crazy pit situation here. Taylor in as well.
You know, and these guys have some wiggle room on
away?
fuel.
That is Joe LaCour's away. Samard away. They're all away. 12-7. Lemansky, great stop, but still unable to beat DeGraw out of the pits.
Well, you do have a little wiggle room with fuel. I mean, maybe you go in and you say, okay, well, I'll take a couple extra less laps of fuel this time, try to jump the competition and hang out front. You know, see what happens by my next stop, maybe, but I guess not.
Oh, Samard, a little bit of a mistake. DeGraw can't take advantage. Lemansky, however, is going to have a run on him. Lemansky going to have a look on the inside. Careful, boys. Oh, a little bit of contact. Might have been a little bit of a touch. Oh, Lemansky nearly lost it. What a save.
Yeah, you're going to
beat out Parsons. Sorry, go ahead, Brett.
you're going to have to be pretty aggressive, you know, if you come out right behind the guy you've been trying to get out behind the first stint. But that was precipitated, that pass there by attempt by Lemanski, because Simard came back and kind of clipped off the line there on DeGraw. Kind of came down and clipped DeGraw off a little bit after that mistake out wide. So I'm not going to call it a dirty maneuver by any stretch, but you know, aggressive. So Simard, he's trying to hold on to that second spot.
Nice stop there from Jolicoeur. He picked up a couple seconds on his teammate. It's a second and a half.
Yeah. Yeah, good point.
Jake is in now for his stop. First of two, I imagine.
Yeah, so Moses jumped back Parsons again, huh? So I don't know what the heck happened there, but irregardless, it is what happened. I don't know, 2 laps of fuel. Parsons came in 2 laps early. Would that have made the difference in fueling time? Maybe.
That was the difference there.
Huh.
He lost few tenths at least. Moses' stop was a third. Oh, Parsons takes it off! Takes it off. He does save it. Taylor does get past.
Boy, that's a gift from the gods if you're Matt Taylor right now. Thanks, I needed that. Wow. Tight action.
Oh, Lemanski must be really frustrated with himself after that mistake early in the race that gave up those couple spots. He was running in second, now qualified second, now finds himself in fourth, unable to get past DeGraw. He had one shot here at the end of this straight. Last lap by, I believe. Just couldn't make it stick.
You know, it's an advanced maneuver. I mean, it's out there. But if you're Mark DeGraw right now, maybe you think about sending Lemanski through to... Oh, Story.
Someone's slow.
Story. Maybe you send Lemanski through.
Big damage. He's in a tough spot here. And Moses had to check up and just not a good place to be. Give you guys a word of advice here. If you're off pace like that far off pace, do what you're doing now and keep it off the racing line. Don't go through the apex of one of the fastest corners on the track. 100 miles an hour slower than everybody else.
It's very strange that Chris Moses would have a bit of bad luck continuing this season, though. I mean, that's really odd.
Lemanski on the inside of DeGraw, and it looks like, he muscles his way past. Had to do it.
I think so. I mean, you had kind of been as patient, I think, as is required, let's say.
Yeah, I mean, he saw an opportunity there.
Out, but
no. I mean, he had an opportunity there. And he went for it. This is a nice pass by Lemanski.
Yeah.
Good job by him. So now Lemanski can focus on Simard ahead. I think Lemanski's got pace on pretty much everybody here tonight.
Yeah, it really is it's a weight situation, right? Kevin does not have any. DeGraw had a bit, 25. He's either 25 or 35, whichever one of those teammates have that. Can't remember. And Simard has a 40, so with Lemanski, I fear him. You got to be thinking, I got a shot at this guy. And you know what? Now that he's around, maybe he's thinking he's got a shot to get back all the way up to Jolicoeur. It's only 4 seconds up the road, Al.
Oh, Houston takes it off. We were on board with Houston, and he threw it off. Further back, Watson, Myers, Teamster, running nose to tail.
Parsons is off pace right now.
And Story's night is done. His last lap was a 16.3. The car is lined up straight, so he's got suspension damage. But that situation there with Moses dropped him down to 9th. And doing battle with Kevin Miller on the hard tire, and still has yet to pit.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose in an ideal world, if you're Kevin Miller, you want to take it deep to be able to run the softs, right? We know those hold up, what'd you say, 20 laps at most, right?
Yeah.
But I also have heard word that the hards barely make it 2/3 of the way, so I guess the hards become pretty difficult to deal with.
Yeah, well, it's been a tough season for Moses so far. He's been pretty snake bit this season.
Yeah, shockingly so. As much as anyone in recent memory.
As he takes it off, that was
Yeah, we'll certainly have some aerodynamic inefficiencies, right, with the wings. Probably not helping.
So Lemansky's now clear 2 seconds over DeGraw, and it's really starting to close in on Samard in second. There you have it.
Yeah, DeGraw was doing a good job hanging more or less, with Felipe there that opening stint, but it seemed to looking just not quite as strong here in this second stint, does DeGraw? So Houston now, of course,
not looking good. Houston just ran his best lap, 15-1. That's a bar. Oh, that's a rumble strip.
Yeah. Yeah, DeGraw, he's, still running fourth there, slick, so.
Ekman looking to make his way past Kevin Miller. Unable to do so. With the best lap of 15.6, that's a good pace here tonight. But even with a guy a second slower than you, still a challenge to get around him.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's going to potentially help him here. As Miller nearly threw it off.
Ooh, and again.
Hey, you got to wonder if those hard tires are starting to fall off on him.
Yeah, I mean that's what I heard is tire. Whoa! Oh, and who is that behind?
That was Moses having a look on the inside of Ekman. A little bit of contact.
Oh, we get it, Slick. We get it. But DeGraw now really coming under fire for that fourth place by John Houston. So I suspect John Houston probably will be able to find a way by if he stays patient enough. But then again, if you're Mark DeGraw, you're probably wanting to fight for that position pretty hard, as the French Connection now running 1 and 2, so Captain Clutch giving up a boatload of points at the moment.
They are. And Taylor with a nice recovery after his stop and incident, currently up to 6th.
Yep.
Houston does this time by 15.6.
So between lap 15 and 20. So, I don't know. Somewhere between lap 32 and 38, I guess. We'll see these two stoppers complete their stops for the rest of the distance.
About right there. 37, 38. Hard with a moment. Lemansky, you gotta, if you can't pass, oh, hard, slow through there. If you're Lemansky, you gotta put as much pressure on Samard, hang with him this entire stint, and then try and beat him out in the pits. If you can't get past him on track. But Samard a lot quicker through that final corner than Lemansky. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think if you're Kevin Lemansky, you need to find a way past before your stop. You need to find a way past before your stop, make a great stop, and start making inroads to Jolicoeur. I mean, that's really where Kevin wants to get to. 3.5 seconds up the road now, and there's less than half the distance remaining. But at a minute 15, these laps click off quickly out. So.
Miller into the pits on lap 28.
Okay. Now, according to what I've heard, that's too long to go on the softs, from what I've heard.
If he comes out, he's probably gonna have to make him work. Long stop for Miller.
Yeah, extra fuel.
17 seconds, 18, 19.4. Back out on the hards.
Yep. Yeah, it's not looking great, Al. I don't think that this is going to be the winning strategy for tonight.
Definitely not. Considering he's rejoining in 10th. Only a minute off of Jolicoeur, who's in the lead. So meanwhile, Jolicoeur, your leader here, he's got about a 4-second lead over his teammate Samard in second. Lemansky right there in third. Mark DeGras running in fourth. John Houston right behind him in fifth. Matt Taylor running in sixth. Followed by Parsons in seventh. Ekman in eighth. Chris Moses running in ninth. Rick Myers in 10th. Coming under some heat from Watton in 11th. Miller rejoins in 12th. We've got David Zahn behind him in 13th. Running 14th, Iggy 15th. Oh, what? Oh, Samard and Lemansky off. Just caught the tail end of it.
Yeah, going for the inside line was Kevin Lemansky. It looked relatively clean. I didn't see it well enough to say if he had slid off the line, Kevin Lemansky that is, or Samard had turned in, but nonetheless it was contact. And both spins, Samard really coming away the worst for wear on that one.
Yeah, dropping back down to 6th. Taylor now up to 5th. Ron now in second. Lemansky stayed in third.
Boy, a big turn of events if you're Captain Clutch racing right now with DeGras, and now Houston Matt Taylor back up to 4th.
Tight battle here for looks like Miller in 12th.
22 laps. 22 laps for Parsons and Houston.
Jake trying to get around the outside of Miller. Might have been some contact. Parsons in. Longer stop for these guys. Oh, Zahn takes it off. Into the kitty litter.
Moses back by Parsons, but Moses has not made his second stop yet. Okay.
He has not, no.
It's really weird. Parsons and Houston came in early, lap 15. They come in on lap 30, another 15 laps. I thought they would have gone to at least 32 to like extend it a little bit, but now they have to run 22 laps on the softs. That's 7 laps longer than they've run so far, and 2 laps farther than I heard what anybody can do on the softs.
Maybe they tested it and they could get it to work.
Yeah.
So, Jolicoeur now with some breathing room, running in first. He's got an 8-second lead over Mark DeGras in second. Gap was 4 seconds until Lemansky and Samard had it coming together that I just caught the tail end of. Running in fourth. Samard fifth. Ekman now up to 6th. What a run for Joel. What a season he's had.
Boy, you ain't kidding. And I don't. Where's his teammate? Run top 10. so they're still earning some damn good points.
Myers has been dealing with John Watson for a number of laps now.
Global sites. Let's just see here. Slipped to fifth in the championship, but picking up points on squeaky wheels in front of him at the moment. Oh, Kevin. Okay, no. Scratching it. But not losing many.
So Lemansky, after his incident from third, starting to close up a little bit now on DeGraw. That's David Zahn a lap down. So lap traffic starting to come into play here.
Yeah, that really changed the dynamic of our top five, that wreck between McManski and Samard. But you know what? They'll probably come back together here before too long. I don't know that we're necessarily done with that battle, and very important pit stops coming up for a few of these guys up front as well, Al. Don't tune out just yet, that's all I'm saying, because this sucker ain't over.
The window's open here for these guys. Let's see, what did Joe LaCour come in? He came in on lap 18. Another couple laps here. Oh, DeGraw, is he in the pits? Oh, it looks like DeGraw made a mistake. Lemansky has slipped past.
Yeah, got held up by a slower car there. Did Mark DeGraw, lap traffic, and Lemansky got a nice run. Just made the nice clean pass on the outside into the last corner.
Should be said, Taylor not far off of his teammate now. Now running in fourth. I suspect Houston. I don't know. Taylor running longer than Houston. I think the fuel time, they had a pretty long stop. Taylor might be able to pick these guys out after his final stop.
Yeah, that's a good point. We'll see what kind of lap times Houston can manage, because he was in the mix for those positions, right? So see what kind of times he can manage once coming out of the pits. But those guys, T-Brock Dam Bam, stopping early, they've had to slap on a little bit of extra fuel, and those tires are going to go off late in that stint. Unless they're planning a three-stop, seems unlikely.
Check back in with Wathan and Greg. Greg still holding that 10th spot over Wathan.
Yeah, the coveted top 10. Myers has been kind of hanging around there the entire night, so he'd like to. But as I mentioned earlier, what the heck is Wathan doing back there, right? He has been showing a bit more pace than that here lately.
Starting to close in on Matt Taylor for fourth.
Yeah, he's closing for fourth, and of course Kevin Lemansky now has regained the second place where he was before that. We're going for that spot, I guess, with the wreck with Samard, but now 10 seconds behind that lead, and I don't know if he's going to have that much pace over Ian.
Samard's last lap was a 15.5, so it doesn't look like he's lost much pace after that incident with Taylor diving into the pits on lap 34. Ian just clicked over. Oh, Ian is pitted. He is in the pits. What is that? That's roll the course away. Quick stop. So Lemansky's your new leader. Taylor,
he wants
14-2 stop.
Oh yeah, a little slow compared to Joel or Lukmansky right now just needs to lay down the absolute law, right? Total, just bust out some laps because, like I say, to recover 10 seconds over only 17 laps here, and they're going to rattle off fast, short track. He's going to have to really put the pedal to the metal. I mean, basically start running some qualifying laps here if he wants a shot at this one.
He's got some traffic ahead of him. Good job moving over. And DeGraw comes in. Lemansky's going to stay out.
Mart is in as well. Past DeGraw. DeGraw's away. And Samard's away. So good stop. Both those guys. DeGraw slightly quicker than Samard was. Ekman is in. So Ekman comes in on lap 36. Let's see, has Moses pitted yet? I believe so. Early lap time sprinkled in there, so Moses now in. And I guess now we're waiting pretty much for Kevin Lukmansky, is that right?
And yeah, what a stop now by Samard as he beats Taylor out of the pits.
Wow.
Great stop from Philippe.
Yeah, Taylor, may have a bit of the speed advantage momentarily with the tires up to temperature, but Samard is not giving him much to look at right now, is he?
Lemansky is in. Joe LaCour has just gone past. It's going to be between Lemansky and DeGraw. DeGraw now on the main straight. Lemansky's going to beat him up.
And it looks like that gap is going to remain just about at 10 seconds, give or take, maybe a half second here as those tires come up to temp for Kevin. So about the same. He's going to have a serious test. He might need some help from Ian in front.
Well, it is a dangerous circuit, and lap cars can be still in the mix here, so.
Sure.
As Ian now leading, continues to lead from the drop of the flag. With a 10.8 second advantage over Lemansky, who is now coming under pressure here from DeGraw.
Yeah, you do mention Ian out front and leading from the drop of the green flag. But this is really one of those tracks where it's really never easy. I mean, even if you're out front, Ian has had to maintain a pretty good clip out front there to really maintain. And he's got a little luck that the gap has opened up a little bit. But yeah, it has not been a walk in the park for Ian Joe LaCour tonight. If he wins, it's going to be well earned.
Let's see. So Wathen comes out. Second stop.
I think he has.
He's still showing a lap down. Yeah, he is showing a lap down. Wathen ahead of him at 11, so I gotta wonder if Greg might have had a problem.
He might have.
So, back up here, the battle for second is currently advantage Lemansky. Lemansky starting to put a little bit of distance between him and DeGraw. Meanwhile, Moses coming up on the only car in the field, I believe, on the hard tire, Kevin Miller. Miller's time indicative of his tire choice, best lap of 16.8. Last time by was a 17.9. So certainly not the tire choice around here. Moses should get a run on him. Nice exit. We're going to have a look on the inside of Miller. And Moses gets past. So up to ninth goes Moses. So far this season. DNF last week at Spa. That was won by Aaron Parsons, who is back there in 7th, Brad. Not sure. I think he had some kind of...
I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah, his last lap around was a 17.2. So we saw him take it off at one point, but
yeah. I mean, his teammate's not running like way better, though. I guess Houston actually was looking pretty strong early. Now that I think about it, so yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with those guys. They stopped early twice, went long here, and I don't think it's whatever they're doing hasn't worked out.
Yeah, Houston, he came into the pits ahead of Taylor. But finds himself back in 6th, 5 seconds behind Matt Taylor. So,
well, Lemansky suddenly has picked up a couple seconds on race leader Ian Jolicoeur. I was looking at actually DeGrom. DeGrom's looking a little bit better this stint. We saw his second stint, he was kind of starting to flail around a little bit. But he was hanging with Lemansky pretty well there for a couple laps. But now it looks like Lemansky has found a bit of a groove here, Al. He might be trying to make a push toward the lead.
Lemansky's last lap was 15.1 and 16.4. That's a pretty significant push as Jolicoeur now, he fought away. Oh, Watman's going to give him plenty of room. That's the most room I've seen all season.
Yeah, what's the world coming to?
So 7.5 seconds now is the lead Jolicoeur has over second place Lemansky. That's pretty spread out at the moment. Work lap 41 of 52.
Look, it's 17 seconds covering the top 5, and while that doesn't seem that close, it actually is pretty darn close, really. Because a tiny off really can send you through the grass and into the armco to add a second. So, should that fate happen to befall Ian Jolicoeur, it really will only be 17 seconds before 5th place is by him. So. You can't really blink, or whether you're watching the race or participating in it, especially if you're participating in it, I guess. So
someone's throwing it off. That might have been Roth if he took it off.
Looks okay for now. About the same distance to race leader in Jolicoeur that he was. Started with really a pretty robust field there, 23 drivers to start. So it's actually had a few retirements, and probably is a benefit of the guys that are left here on track to have a few of the extra of those cars gone at this point, right?
Yeah, not too surprising here around this place. To see what have we had? 4 or 5 cars tied. I'm surprised it's not more, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, race, it's still 10 tough laps to run yet. Just hanging on at this point. Lemansky almost within the 6-second range here of Ian Jolicoeur out front. So,
you gotta wonder Jolicoeur must be pacing himself at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder. That's why I keep noting it, right, to see if Ian Jolicoeur is going to respond. He has not yet.
9 last lap. Jolicoeur 15.3 for Lemansky. This is his teammate just ahead. His teammate passed. Contending with some lap traffic as well. Running in third, he's fallen off 3 seconds. Lemansky, Samard. The same, 3 seconds off at DeGraw, and then Taylor. Lawnmower there for a moment, but he was tucked up close to Samard after those two guys finished their stops, but dropped off significantly here to fully in fourth. Taylor may be content with this spot, lose some weight. He is carrying 35 kilograms of ballast.
Yeah, you're right. That team is giving up points to French Connection, but they've limited it, I think, to the greatest extent they possibly could. Of course, Lemansky helped him out a little bit, kind of banging into Samard. Not calling any fault there, just whatever happened.
Rosen might have made another mistake as Miller is back ahead of him, running in 9th. Him up to 8th. Gap's now 5.3, Brad.
You know, it's coming down, and I actually went back and looked at some of Jolicoeur's laps, and I mean, they were good laps, of course, but they were more in the 15 high range, right? I mean, all throughout the entire race. So it looks like Ian Jolicoeur's pace is somewhere around the high 15. And Lemansky is running faster than that, so laps dwindling quickly here. But if it does start to get in Ian's head and he begins to overdrive a little bit, that could help Kevin get up there.
Almost seems like he's driving too slowly. He's being overly cautious here. It doesn't seem like he's pushing not nearly as hard as he was. The last lap was 16.3. You gotta wonder if his tires might be maybe going here. I don't know.
He didn't stop too early. He didn't stop too early. I suspect he's just a little bit out of the rhythm. Just a little bit. He's not too far off, honestly. Maybe 3, 4, 5 tenths of a second over kind of the average lap he was turning.
Saving fuel? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
We continue to watch that time dwindle down here with Lemansky banging out laps nearly a second quicker than Jolicoeur.
Yeah, I mean, the more you see those times come down, the more you're going to be encouraged, right? So.
Let's see who's that up ahead of Lemansky. I believe that might be Wathen. Yep. With Lemansky. Gap now down to 3.7.
Boy, he is pretty much within shouting distance now. You know what? Wathen has hung pretty much more or less with Jolicoeur after Jolicoeur got past as well. But still a difficult proposition right now if you're Kevin Lemansky and Jolicoeur. Now back down to 15.4, so I think last lap, right? Or is that, no, 16. You guys had anything?
Closing anchor out, lets Lemansky through.
6 laps, 4 seconds. A more or less impossible track to pass on.
Down to the nitty-gritty time here for Lemansky. Start pushing. Last lap, 15 flat. Nearly matches his fast lap of the race.
Yeah, he's doing what he can do.
15.9 last time by. Gap down to 3 seconds. Wild card Iggy up ahead, lap car.
Always the wild card is Iggy.
So you can see him. Your Lemansky, nice job by Iggy letting him through. He sees him. He still has a chance here.
Yeah, you kind of tell yourself in this spot, well, there's no possible way. You know, even if I get there, it's going to be an impossible pass, especially if it's Jolicoeur. I mean, good luck, especially on the last laps, right? You have to take a howitzer, right? It's the only way you're going to bust them out of the way. But you know, so you tell yourself, okay, but I'm still going to run the best possible laps I can run. Still going to try to run qualifying laps, just to satisfy myself, right? You just keep doing that until eventually you get close enough to make a pass, or you just run out of laps.
Lemansky sets fast lap of the race with a 14.9. Jolicoeur with a 15.7 last lap.
Not good enough if you're Ian right now.
Who's that up ahead? I think that might be, yep, that's Kevin Miller.
Yeah, all big-time NAGP veterans going to get well out of the way of the traffic coming through. Going to let this battle play out to the end. Still seeing Lemansky come up a little short, but still some traffic to work for Ian Jolicoeur. You're absolutely right about that. So small mistakes possible.
You gotta wonder what's going on here. I mean,
nothing. Ian's running kind of the lap times he was, and Lemansky's just running quali laps, pushing as hard as he can.
Kevin Miller, sure if he sees the blue flags.
Oh, a little wide. Coming off of one for Kevin that time.
So 1.3, Miller still not out of the way of Jolicoeur.
I tried to talk him up. It did not work.
So this right now is benefiting Lemansky. However, needs to get out of the way here. Oh, Jolicoeur with a moment. Lemansky's going to get through Moses. So we got a race here. Miller oblivious to what's going on behind him, apparently.
Yeah, unlike Miller, Moses is not going to be oblivious. There we go. Now he's got the...
Oh, come on, Kevin. Get it together. There you go.
Oh!
Jolicoeur takes it off, and Lemansky goes out into the lead. Jolicoeur, no doubt, going to be seething after that situation. Probably got in his head and just threw it off.
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's in his head, he let it get in his head. I mean, he came away from that position through the lap traffic with a second in the lead. I mean, it's not like... He threw it off himself, which is unfortunate. I can understand how it happens. Don't get me wrong. Right?
Lemansky gets through on lap 50 with 2 to go.
Wow.
Jolicoeur is going to have to get through Kevin once again. Yeah, I'm a little surprised Kevin didn't let him through sooner. I'm not sure what was going on there.
It's you and your devilishly good ideas, Al. The competition index. These guys, they fight for this thing. I got to think that Miller was thinking about the competition index, or he was just oblivious. mean, it's possible. Maybe is he an Oculus guy without a virtual mirror? You know how we all like that.
Oh, Ian with another moment there.
Big twist.
Oh, he tried to go into the pits, and Kevin Miller was there. It might be light on fuel. That was the situation this whole time. Who's that getting through? Moses. That's Kevin Miller. Oh, and Moses takes it off. Oh no, that was DeGraw, I believe. They're going to get past. DeGraw is going to have. No, that was Kevin Miller. Sorry.
I'm not seeing any super short shifting.
Wathan has gotten past Moses as well. Moses gets past, takes the position right back.
Oh wow.
Hang on, tighten your chin straps here, folks. This is going to be. This is the run for ninth between Miller, Moses, Wathan, and Jake Meeks. Miller on the hards.
Yeah.
Moses is throwing in on the inside here. He does not. No chance. He's going to have a look here into turn one. Wathan follows suit. Jake, is he going to hang on to it? He does. Now Wathan having a look on the inside of Miller, locks him up. See where our leader is now. He's the back straight. With Wathan.
Parsons not far off. Ekman not far off. Parsons as well in seventh.
Meanwhile, Kevin Lemansky is going to bring it home. Going around the final corner for the last time. Kevin Lemansky after qualifying second. That's an unbelievable win here at Brands Hatch. Unbelievable finish. Joe LaCour is going to finish in second. DeGraw will take third. Moses is going to hang on to ninth. And I don't know what the hell guys crash up derby here at the end. I can't stand that.
Yeah,
Taylor's
Teamster. Go ahead.
Taylor's going to take fifth. Houston is should come home at sixth. Oh, Parson throws it off. And Ekman followed him off track. Parsons hang on to this. And Ekman around the outside of the final corner is going to come home in seventh. That's got to be the tires just gone on those cars, for those guys. So yeah. Ekman takes seventh, Parson in eighth. Man, what was a pretty quiet start to that final stint turned into just complete mayhem there, Matt. At the end, holy smokes! All right. What are we going to do here? Let's see if we can talk to our race winner here, Kevin Lemansky. What's going on here? This stupid. Kevin, do you copy?
I do.
Wow, what an incredible win tonight. Man, you had really great pace going into tonight. I think you had the quickest time out of anybody in the practice. You got one up by Joe LaCour in the qualifying session. You guys really were battling close that whole first stint. Second stint, you and Samard, I think, had a bit coming together. Didn't really catch it, but you managed to push through. And were you surprised to pick up nearly 10 seconds on Joe LaCour there at the end?
No,
we're just as miffed about it as you might be, but...
In qualifying, I don't know if you watched that, my last lap there. I threw it away. I was a 10th up going into the final turn, and I blew it. So I threw that away. But I knew I had overall pace, or I felt like I had overall pace, especially at the start. Me and Ian got a little on like lap 3. I think we got together at the top of the hill, like the last left-hander there, and I went back to like 4th or 5th or something. It's impossible to freaking pass here. I got lucky and got by DeGraw on the inside at one point, but then Samard and me got together in the fast right-hander there. I don't know the name of it. I was on the inside, he was on the outside. We were just pushing too hard, and we both, I think I drifted up into him a little bit, but yeah, so then once the pit stop, I went a couple extra laps, I think 2 extra laps than him on my second stint, so I had a clean track, kind of put some laps down, and I came out a couple seconds closer to him than when I went in. I don't know, I just started doing qualifying laps. I just put my head down and just went for it, and I saw the clicking down, and I don't think I honestly would have got past him, unless I took him out or something, which I don't want to do. But he obviously, the lap traffic, they were fighting for their own position, and he just lost that in the final turn. And I was like, it's freaking out.
Well, obviously you're no stranger to the winner's circle, but look, you haven't been there so often that it's become passe for you, right? So, but sitting 4th in points right now, when do you start thinking, hey, wait a minute, why not me for overall season championship? You kind of like getting there.
I don't know about that. I mean, this track, for whatever, I've always been strong here. It kind of fits my style. Not every track obviously does that. So, and these guys are just way too fast. I mean, obviously I didn't have any weight, and they all had weight, so that's a big factor too. But I don't know. I'm happy of my overall performance this season. I've had a few stupid mistakes, but for the most part, trying to keep it up front. And keep top 5s and top 10s is kind of my top 5s are kind of my goal this season, and I've for the most part been there. But I was nervous as all heck in the beginning, and then I kind of calmed down. That last stint, I didn't even care. I was just going for it. I was just hanging out, and I put my fastest lap down in that stint, I think.
Well, that was a pretty impressive run, and just a crazy race throughout. It was. Totally didn't expect you to get the checkered flag there at the end after you guys had your little moment there, but great result for you, Kevin. And yeah, like Brad said, you're in the mix. I think you might move up to 3rd or be tied with Ian for 3rd now in championship points. So that's a great result for you and for your team as well. So congratulations, and I know next week we're going to your favorite track at Hockenheim. So,
it's not as bad. It's not as bad as last season. It's just a little faster. It's a little better. So maybe we'll see.
Okay. Well, good luck next week at Hockenheim, and trim that car out and see if you can do it again there.
All right.
All right. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
Wow. Well, Brad, I was kind of expecting that last stint. I just saw the gaps the way they were, and man, I thought it was going to be, kind of a snooze fest there till the end, but didn't turn out that way, as that gap started shrinking between him and Ian. That was pretty remarkable.
It was, and look, it was legitimate pace Kevin had. I mean, Ian Jolcor had the 10 kilos, not that big a difference really, right? And Kevin Lechmansky basically just had the better pace, reeled him in, some lap traffic there, of course, got involved, altered the outcome of that possibly a little bit. But nonetheless, and it was a good race overall, right? T-Brock Dam Bam took a bit of a hit there, Parsons and Houston, but other than that, the team guys did what they needed to do, given their weight position, to get the most that they could have out of this race. It was a good one, Al. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good, and hopefully if you guys like that, we're going to be back next week, like I said, next Monday night at Hockenheim for round number 7. Hopefully you guys can tune in for that one. Until then, we're going to be at Zolder on Thursday night, our first running in either league there at that track. So for the GT1 car. So yeah, I think Chris and Jack will have the call for that one. So but until then, hopefully we'll see you guys next week for some more great racing here on Monday nights at North American Grand Prix. Thanks, Brad, and everybody else. Have a good night.